Hello, I'm Teacher Robin. Welcome to another live streaming class. If this is your first time to join us today, let me explain how the classes work. Today we're going to be talking about fall movie releases in English. So if you have a question or a comment during the class, you can write it in the comments section and I'll be checking your comments as we go along. So feel free to write anything that you want, a question related to today's topic, or if you just want to say hello, you can also write it in the comments. Okay, so why have I chosen today's topic, fall movie releases? Because practicing English by watching movies is a really great way to improve, okay? And we're going to look at some of the ways that you can do that today, and I'm going to give you some recommendations of movies that have just come out or are going to come out soon so that you can either go see them in the cinema or you can wait and watch them when they are available online. All right, so how can we improve our English? By watching movies, okay? We can watch with subtitles in English, so this way you're practicing your listening skills, but you're also reading the subtitles, so that way you're making sure that you understand everything that was said. I highly recommend putting the subtitles in English and not in your native language, because if you put them in your native language, then what you'll be doing is reading and not actually listening to the English, okay? So it's really important to put the subtitles in English. And then if you feel comfortable, if you feel like you understand what you're hearing, you could even remove the subtitles and try to listen to them without, okay? But one great thing that you can do, especially if you watch movies from home, you can pause, you can start again, and watch a scene multiple times if there was something that you didn't understand. Okay, you can also break it up into shorter sessions. I mean, movies normally last 2.5 hours. That's a long time, especially if it's in a language that is not your own. And so what you can do is maybe watch half an hour, take a break, have a coffee, and then go back and watch again. I also suggest that you keep a notebook. You can take notes, you can write a summary of what you've seen. You can write down key vocabulary. You can even make a list of your favorite quotes that you've heard or expressions that you've heard throughout the movie, and that way you have it with you and you can review it again if you want to practice. All right, so let's discover some fall movie releases. Obviously, there are so many movies coming out this fall. Starting in September is when a lot of movies are released. But these are some of my suggestions, and I've tried to provide a variety of types of films, types of genres for you to enjoy. Okay, so one that's coming out very soon is Joker. So if you are a superhero fan, a Batman fan, if you've watched the Batman movies, then obviously you will recognize the Joker, but this movie is based on his story, his personal story. So it's a psychological thriller, and it's the origin story for the Joker. So how did he become this kind of villain, this person who started out as a stand-up comedian who failed, and he turns to a life of chaos and crime in Gotham City, okay? And the actor is Joaquin Phoenix, who's very well known. So if this is the kind of film that you like, this kind of psychological thriller, then I highly recommend that you watch Joker. All right, let's move on to a more science fiction type adventure. We have Ad Astra. Okay, Brad Pitt stars in this movie, and he is an astronaut. He plays an astronaut who travels to the outer edges of the solar system to find his father, who was lost there many years ago. Okay, so this is a kind of his journey as well. He also, during his journey, he discovers secrets which challenge the nature of human existence, okay? So this is, if you're into sci-fi then and space, then this is a great movie for you to watch. Okay, I also like to recommend movies that are based on books because I love to read, and reading is another great way to improve your language skills. So this is a really great book that's been made into a movie. It's called The Goldfinch, based on the novel by Donna Tartt, and the story is about a 13-year-old boy who survives a terrorist bombing in an art museum in New York. And as he is leaving the museum after this accident, this explosion happens, he actually steals a painting which is called the Goldfinch. So this is the story of his life from that point on. Okay, so what happens to him, what happens to this painting throughout his life. Okay, so this is a really good, I enjoyed the book very much, so I'm really looking forward to seeing the movie, and I think this would be a great one for you to practice your English. Okay, if you're into horror films, scary movies, then you might want to check out It Chapter 2. Okay, so if you haven't seen Chapter 1, then that would be the first thing to do, It Chapter 1, and then check out Chapter 2. It's a supernatural horror film. So if you know the story, it's based on the novel by Stephen King about this clown named Pennywise. Okay, this is the sequel to the 2000 film It. So the first part was made into a film in 2017, and this is the continuation. Okay, so this clown Pennywise, he comes every 27 years to basically to haunt children. And in this case, in the second chapter, he is tormenting the members of what they call the Losers Club, who are now adults. So 27 years ago, they were children, and now today they are adults, and they have to try to defeat this ghost Pennywise again. Okay, and another movie that I have to recommend for you is well, it could be for children, but it's also good for adults to practice English. This is also the second movie of a series, the Maleficent series. So if you've seen the original Maleficent, then this is the second one, the sequel to it's called Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. It's a dark fantasy adventure film. Okay, so remember, Maleficent comes from the fairy tale Sleeping Beauty. Okay, so she is the evil one. And basically in this story, Maleficent and Aurora, she is the princess, the one who fell asleep in Sleeping Beauty. And how they actually form an alliance together, so an agreement, a friendship to work together to survive the threats of the magic world that they live in. So Maleficent is played by Angelina Jolie, so a very popular actress. So this is another one that you might want to check out and practice your English by watching these films. So I have given you an overview, a sampling of new movies that are coming out soon. I hope that you can find at least one of these that you might like, and you can watch and improve your English with it. So now I have some questions for you, and you can answer my questions in the comments. So the first one is, which movies are you excited to see this fall? Is there one that I didn't mention? Please feel free to share that with us. Okay, which movies are you excited to see this fall? And how can watching films help us learn English? So I mentioned many ways, but just tell me, in your opinion, in the comments, how can watching films help us learn English? So while you are doing that, let me tell you more about how you can improve your English with our course. So again, watching films is a great way to improve your English. So what better than our ABBA course, which is based on short films. So our course has 144 units, and it starts with beginners and goes all the way to business level. Each unit has a short film, so not a full-length feature, but a short film based on a scene from daily life. It also includes a video class explaining the grammar from the film, and then you go through exercises to practice your reading, speaking, listening, and writing skills. So that's all covered in every unit of the course. So if you want more information, go to abbaenglish.com and check it out. And our course is very flexible in that you can study from home on our web version, or you can take it with you on your cell phone and study with our application. So it's a great way to learn English anywhere and anytime, and practice by watching films. In addition to our course, we have many other resources available to you to practice with us every day, like our blog, which is called our ABBA Journal. There you can find articles about grammar, about culture, travel, business, any topic that you could possibly think of, we have it covered on our blog, so check that out. And we're also on all of the social media networks, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram, and we are updating those channels every day. So feel free to check all of those out. If you don't use them already, you can find some really good content there. Okay, so I see some people are writing questions, but I'm going to give you a bit more time. Think about which movies you're excited to see, and let me tell you about next week's topic, okay? So this sounds a little bit boring, but this is something that is important for people, especially if you are living abroad in an English-speaking country, or if you're traveling, you might need to fill out some paperwork, okay? So forms like how to open a bank account, things like that. We're going to take you through how to fill out forms in English. So some of these basic things that you need to know that will make the paperwork process a little bit easier for you. Okay, so I hope you can join us. Same time next week, we'll be talking about this. Okay, and I'm gonna give everyone some more time to write your comments, so I will check them and answer your questions after the live class, okay? So keep thinking, keep writing if you have questions, or if you even have a suggestion for a topic that you would like to see presented in the live streaming, then feel free to share that with us. So I hope this class has been useful. I hope everyone will now go out and enjoy watching movies in English and improving as you do. And I hope you can join us next week. So have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. Bye!